Here we go. If you are just joining us, we are talking about the Matt Miller ESPN 2-round mock draft. And in the first round, Matt Miller has the Lions taking defense, Devin Witherspoon, cornerback, Illinois at 6. And at 18, he's got them taking defensive end from Iowa, Lucas Van Ness. Here's where it gets interesting. And I love these 2-round mock drafts because you really see some names you recognize, get some depth.
By the way, Matt Miller joins us tomorrow.
Exactly.
So you guys want to give him a hard time. Tomorrow's the time for that.
Absolutely. So at 48, the Lions in the second round. This is really the first time we've seen a 2-round mock draft. At 48, he's got the Lions taking tight end from Iowa, Sam Laporta.
Back-to-back Iowa picks.
Tight end U.
3 picks in the Big Ten already.
The Lions traded T.J. Hawkinson to the Vikings in November and can add his replacement with a surprisingly available Laporta at this spot. He is a fantastic move blocker and stellar receiver over the middle and has enough after-the-catch ability to project as a starter. Laporta had just 5 touchdowns in college, but like his NFL comparison, Dawson Knox, he plays for the Bills, pretty good. Yeah. He looks to be a better pro than he is a college player. Let me stick with that for a minute. There's a lot of guys out there who are better pros than college players. Probably most NFL guys are better in the NFL than they are in college. And one of the guys just randomly that I'm thinking of, Stephon Diggs. I mean, Stephon Diggs is fine at Maryland, but Stephon Diggs is probably the best receiver of the game. Or at least one of them. Top 3, top 4.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, 100%. So, like, basically what happens is some players back then, especially like with Stephon, is some players grow late. Some players transfer. Things happen. You get in the league, get situated. Some players in the wrong system. You know, some you get
coached up better.
Exactly. You get to NFL, you get coached up a little better. You get put in the right spot for you. You know, you may have been a number 1 receiver in college, but you were a number 3 receiver in the NFL, but you're a damn good number 3 receiver to the tune of Pro Bowl, etc. Sean Laporta is a damn good tight end. He's back-to-back Big Ten tight end player of the year. I think he was Big Ten tight end this year, Big Ten tight end the year before. Stats dropped a little bit this year because their offense was horrible. I mean, we watched the Michigan game. They didn't score a touchdown for the first 4 games of the year. But he's a damn good player. Like at 48, I don't know what they'll be doing before that if this holds up. He's a good player. But the only problem I have with this, the system that the Lions have built up so far, Jamison Williams is going to come on strong this year. He's going to have a big year. You look at Amon-Ra St. Brown, he's already had 2 very, very consistent years. He's their most consistent guy. DJ Chark, what did they do there? What did they do, et cetera? They don't need the Travis Kelce tight end the way they run their offense. Like, if you look at how the offense was constructed.
That's why they got rid of Hawkinson. They don't need him.
They don't need him. Zylstra scores touchdowns in there. Brock Wright won the game for him. Like, they have. James Mitchell is young. He scored a touchdown in his first game. So the way that the offense is constructed, it goes through pass. Everything is receivers now. And then tight end for them, not to mention the run game and running it. So you got tight ends now. I don't waste a pick on tight end. I'm not saying Sam Laporta is a wasted pick, but I'm saying for how the Lions' offense is constructed, you don't need Sean Laporta or Sam Laporta.
All right, let me ask you this, guys.
He's a damn good player, though.
4 picks after the Lions select at 48. The Seattle Seahawks select Hendon Hooker, quarterback, Tennessee. Is there any thought there?
That's Easy's guy.
Is there any thought there coming off a torn ACL? Now, look. Hooker is a 25-year-old guy. Hooker, and who's the Georgia quarterback?
Stetson
Bennett. Stetson Bennett and Hendon Hooker are the same exact age as Lamar Jackson. Okay? I mean, think about that for a minute. Think about that for a minute.
I'd tread those tires.
So, are you taking Hooker there? I'm not. Hendon Hooker is not a guy that I would take.
His rookie deal ends at 30 years old.
Right. I mean, I'm not taking Hendon Hooker.
No, I'm not taking Hendon Hooker either.
And I love this is from me.
You brought him up 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago, you were talking about Hendon Hooker. For me, you know, you're talking about a guy that's older. You're talking about a guy that had 1 good year, and well, a year and a half, if you will, but a year of people actually really knowing, really following, and really sticking to it. You saw what he did this year to beat Alabama. But other than that, you're like, he's still an unproven, he's still an unknown. He's gonna be 30, like you said, at the end of his deal. I'm not bringing him in there to be a backup that late. By the time he gets off the bench, he's 30. He's 29, so I just can't trust that old, that late with that injury.
So one of the guys that I want the Lions to take in this draft is Bijan Robinson. I just do. Sue me.
I think he's a top 5 guy on the board.
Yeah, Bijan Robinson is like my Malik Willis. Okay?
Yeah.
If I had to, and I don't want to put him in that category, but he's the guy to me that I want on this football team more than anybody, because I think my belief is that do what you do the best and make it even greater. And the Lions, if you're going to keep Jared Goff as your quarterback, you've got to protect him. And one of the ways to protect Jared Goff is to continue to be kind of a running team, a solidly top 10 running the football team. Bijan Robinson helps you do that. If they don't get Bijan, I like this pick at number 55 of the Matt Miller ESPN's 2-round mock draft. Jahmyr Gibbs, running back from Alabama. He's got the running back room in Detroit. Is highly dependent on Jamal Williams, who is hitting free agency as he turns 28. Williams might be back on a short-term deal, but DeAndre Swift hasn't developed into a true RB1 candidate. Gibbs, a fantastic receiver out of the backfield and a slashing runner who is compared to Alvin Kamara by one scout I talked to recently, although I see more Tony Pollard in him. Running back, Alabama, here with the second pick in round number 2.
I'm glad he cleaned that up, because I was going to say he's not Alvin Kamara. The Alvin Kamara running back in this draft is Tyree Pearson.
Spears.
Yes. Tyree Spears. He's a Kamara running back. So when you're talking about the running back, Bijan Robinson is a damn good talent at the running back position. He catches the ball in the backfield. I think this year he had 364 yards receiving to go along with his 1,800 yards. But with those first-round running backs, the draft and picking like those guys, he's just always nervous. You know, you look at the guys that like Alvin Kamara was late-round pick. He was a second-round, third-round sneaky pick. Kamara was amazing. He was electric for the first 6-7 years he was in the league. A lot of these first-round picks, boom, we're going to get Christian McCaffrey. He was good this year. Got injured, kind of fell out for a little while. Was both a bad team. You look at Saquon Barkley. Well, before coming into this season, what were we talking about? Well, put Saquon on the market. You get a draft pick. You talk about Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook came out the first year, got hurt, then got hurt in year 4.
Supposedly he's going to be available.
And they didn't use him. He should be available. They didn't use him last year. He was available last year too, Kevin O'Connell. But a lot of times with the first-round running back, it's a crapshoot. All the 5 running backs in the last couple years that you can remember have all been hurt, have all been threatened to get traded after 3-4 years. So I'm just hesitant in that first round with a running back talent. You can get Tyree Spears in the second round. You can get this guy in the second round or a couple more. So
let me ask you guys a question. This is what I'm saying. This is because I feel like a lot of people are like, dude, you don't know what you're talking about offense. Offense in the first round. But if I told you, like in this mock draft, yes, they go defense. But if I said at 18, the Lions went with Bijan Robinson at 18 if he's there, and at 55, the Lions went with Keely Ringo, the cornerback from Georgia. Would you be okay with that?
Yeah.
What do we know?
But that's what
I am.
Yeah.
I know. That's what I'm saying here. Just because.
What cornerback is better than the other cornerback? We got Jeff Okudah here.
Right.
We took him with the number 3 pick.
But I'm saying just because, I keep saying offense in the first round. And again, my dream scenario in the first round would be C.J. Stroud at 6 and then Bijan Robinson at 18. That's my dream scenario. Or Smith and Jigba there, but I don't think our wide receiver is in need as much as running back is, because I think you do a couple of things by taking the running back. I think you protect Jared Goff, you really pound that offensive line, you keep other teams off the field, and you can play winning football that way. But again, you've got 2 picks in the second round. If you get Keely Ringo in the second round, are you all that disappointed?
No,
you got your defensive back.
I'm not disappointed. I'm not disappointed. He's 6'1". He's 6'1", 215, and runs 4.3. I'm definitely not disappointed at Keely Ringo. I think the big thing is with offense now, the game is offense. Offense. But then defense in the championship and the playoff rounds, I think I kind of see where you're going, Ryan, where, you know what, offense early, get that. Make sure you can score those points. Make sure you can sustain those drives. Make sure you can keep other offenses off the field by how good your offense is, and then build the defensive players late in rounds. That's what it seems like they're trying to do.
There's a lot of great free agents.
Yeah.
Too. If you don't get your running back, Ryan.
Yeah.
You got Josh Jacobs, Tony Pollard coming off an injury. Obviously, your own guy, Jamal Williams. This is a great free agent running back class. What guys that are on here do not have a lot of mileage on them. I mean, because let's face it, guys like Ezekiel Elliott and Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook's going to be a free agent.
Yeah,
the Vikings are going to let him go.
Getting released.
He's going to get released.
That's what happens when you have to pay your quarterback
Exactly.
35, 40 million, guys.
Exactly. So
That's why I
maybe
keep
you pick up
talking
the
about
piece.
this.
There's your piece.
I mean, the other thing about it too, can we talk about this as Detroit Lions? Well, fans for you guys, and me, maybe I'm a fan now, but the Lions. Okay, I'm a fan now. The Lions are in the best space that they've been in forever. So as we're watching the draft now, there's more talented players than there's ever been in terms of from top to bottom, first round to seventh round. The Lions have had 2 successful drafts. The Lions are 9-8. They're coming back from 9-8.
8-2.
They've got some really, really key players that are going to be here for a while. We're walking into a situation, Ryan, where we keep coming up with so different scenarios because the Lions are set up right now where they can win multiple ways, talking about offseason draft. Like, we'll be talking about a bunch of different scenarios, and a lot of them might play out that way because the Lions are in the best situation that they've ever been in, and there's that much talent in the draft. No particular situation is the only route that you can go to have a successful draft and successful offseason.
No doubt about it, guys. We can continue on with